Camera. Is that a bot? What's going on? Yeah, I got that one started early. Let's just go live here on the talk as well, because we try to simulcast YouTube and TikTok. Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with viewers in real time. Creators must be 18 or older to go live. Viewers must be 18 or older to recharge and send gifts. Remember to create a safe viewing experience by following our community double standards. We're notifying people that you're live. No, you're not. Why? Why do you lie to me? We can manage AI summaries now. That's nice. Keep it up. Wow, your energy draws the crowd, people. Yeah, welcome to the Atheist Underground. I'm so stoked this morning. I just got off the phone with a new partner. We're going to launch a new show from the middle. Going to be a purple show, making fun and chopping up the news and reflecting on the state of the dumpster fire, my friends. You know what? But we've identified Christian nationalism as a real weapon, a real tool in a toolbox. Maybe the number one tool, along with the erosion of education in the country. And we're here to fuck with it, man. She's fabulous. She's perfect. She's a millennial school teacher, really upset about Christian nationalism in a way that I am. Performative style, performance style person, right? And not afraid of skits. Dresses up in George Washington, lectures people on the true meaning of the Constitution and the founders. So wow, it was fabulous. We just vibed, man, for a half an hour talking about what's going to be debuting next week right here on the tubes. I'm going to get that tube fired up. Because the hour is late, people, for everybody, for me personally, for democracy in general. It's like you need to pull this out of the fire now, or we're going to lose it, right? You need to get your ass out there and vote. Check it out. We got these King Sticky is with us. We got these. Right, hands off made these registered. You used to walk around with these around your neck, man, and people are like jumping at you to scan this bitch and vote. It's probably backwards, so it probably won't work for y'all right now if you do it on your cameras. But yeah, that's a thing now because everywhere I go, it's like really like what do we? It's Big Brother style. People are like, yeah, nobody likes this. Nobody I meet likes this. The people that like it are the dwindling few that think like his toilet jokes are funny. It's really something to watch. It's never thought we'd be here. That's for sure. Stretch is with us. D Toki, the real call me Ka. Billy Bob, and Patrick Riley. What's up, Patrick? Who else here? Hollywood Outlaw. Dwight Giretti. AX Catco is with us. TB Rays. Iron Mike HD. Use a lot of numbers, but get a username. Chuck 711, Frey Comet, Joanne Rubin, Bud is with us. Tom Winchester 7. Yeah, what the hell's going on? Have you been watching this shit? What did he? Oh, you know what they did? They rolled back emotional support animals. Like they're making it harder for people to have their emotional support animals in places where they need them. Like it's gonna be harder to get an exemption for your government apartment, right? That you need because you're a vet with trauma. You can't because the administration doesn't think that's real. Maybe I don't know. It's so stupid. Everywhere that they can fucking save $1 and send Trump 90 cents of it, that's what they fucking do, my friends. We are living through the most corrupt administration in the history of the fucking West. And if you didn't see it coming, you're an imbecile. But now, if you can't see it, you're just one of these deniers, one of these people who are like, well, you just wait. It'll be great. Gas is $4.60 now, but just wait. It'll be worth it. We won't get blowed up. Okay. That's a mixed bag, is it? Because I can't root for Iran. God, I would love to see that regime go down like crapper. We can't just like do the double flush, right, all at once. Wouldn't that be perfect? It's like one of those fucking meaningless and idiotic fucking excursions, shall we say, an excursion with the ejército de todo el pinche Estados Unidos, and then what the fuck I was gonna say. So you think the government just now became corrupt? No, it's just on a ridiculous geometric scale. It's stupid. Of course, it's always been corrupt. That's the thing. Asshole ran on decorrupting it. But drain the swamp. Yeah, let's call Swamp Thing to drain the swamp. Literally everything he does is to enrich him. Cruelty is the point to show that you're tough guys. Yeah, he's such a tough guy. He's really tough the way he bends over and takes it and he shoot from Putin every minute. Rolling back, oh, don't worry, roll back the sanctions on our buddy Putin. He's Trump's top. Let's just admit it. Yeah, there's really like, what's up? Too much news. Oh, Bill Willard, my friend. Oh, the AI summary debating political issues like Christian nationalism and the government and the corrupt government. See, AI is like already weeding out the fucking words they don't want you people to hear. What's up, Tom Newman? A lot of Asian characters there. Planting the garden today. All right. I love the way he blows. Do you? Okay, that's interesting to know. Black Power's with us, 5014. Bohemian, what's up, Bohemian? We're on YouTube's too. If you're care to join, I was saying to the people that I found a partner. She's fabulous. She's a millennial. She's presentable. She's smart. She's a teacher. We funny together. She's got a zillion fucking ideas. Really fucking looking forward to starting up with her next week. James Jones Hard is with us. Mrs. Cobra. This makes me really happy that I still drive a Buick. What does that mean, man? Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? See you later, troll. Let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. What's up, Bonafide Weird Quiet Guy? How you been, man? Only shadow ban. I missed like 2 weeks ago. I think I missed once in a while because of shit. You know, it was Mother's Day. I think I missed. But yeah, no, we're here, and I don't make videos anymore because again, I just like I don't know. I am really frustrated with the talk, and like I say, I just met a partner for you know a new podcast that's really promising. The first thing I've met that could be considered someone who you might want to do that with. That really looks like they're gonna want to run with it, and we have chemistry, you know. I blocked that asshole. James, he comes along and he trolls. I'm just like, you know, who needs it? He's just looking for attention. Let him find it somewhere else. Piece of shit. A piece of chocolate cake and a glass of wine, and then I'm going fishing. That sounds fucking lit. I gotta fucking tell you, that sounds lit. Yeah, all aboard the crazy train, people. So yeah, apparently emotional support. And oh my god, what the fuck did I say? Glad you showed up. Just blocked a Closer to God art ad and a follower of Jesus singer. All right, thanks, Malarkey Sharky. You get one too. Well, I just got you know banned for you know reduced visibility for 10 minutes or whatever because I said something already that fucked with TikTok's fucking stupid algorithm. It's like literally you can't. It's just so dumb. There's no future in it. That's why I just haven't been fucking excited about it. So sorry about that. It was fun to run it up to 100,000. You know, but honestly, they took the wind out of my sails when Trump kept this thing going and made it about a tool. You know, the only reason it's alive is because he's made money off of it, right? He feels it's a win for him. So all of a sudden, it's not a threat from China, and it's nobody's even talking about it. He's such a creepy, crappy double agent. Fuck. He doesn't have anything. Doesn't have anybody's better state of being in mind except his own. That's it. And his imbecile kids. Yeah, Bohemian. Yeah, 10 minutes. Your visibility restricted for 10 minutes. You got adult chores to do. Yeah, go plant them. Go plant them fucking plants, boy. Plant them veggies. Thanks for checking in, man. Good to see you. He's our guy. Too much to do. He's in man. Yeah. Go plant the garden, boy. Fuck TikTok. Yeah, ole sombra. Yeah. He made it an issue, then took credit for the solution. Yeah. There will be a new app. There always is. Yeah. Eventually, yeah. No, I mean, as far as we just need to get a podcast out there. You know what? Purple party people. Purple party people. I need to get my purple glove. I need to shop for a purple glove online. I think that should be the new Solidary purple glove. Dr. Blitz is with us. Yeah, Bohemian is on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, Bohemian. You're the only one, but yeah, yeah, he's disgusting. So yeah, next week I feel like we're gonna start recording a new YouTube effort that's going to be a podcast that we can then like post to all of the platforms. You know. I'm looking for Reddit. I'm gonna jump it on today for a while, and then there's another podcast afoot that somebody wants to try to start. So I'm gonna jump on a Zoom. But yeah, no, I obviously I'm gonna keep the TikTok going, and I hope the infusion of new blood will give me some ideas for re-upping the skits. You know what I mean? That'll help. We'll get our atheism. Let's see what's up today. And oh yeah, I had somebody fucking pew-pewed up the outside the White House today. Okay, he thought he was Jesus. That's what we like. Naziri Best identified himself as Jesus Christ. That's what we need today. Well, he looks more like Jesus than most of the people do who think they're Jesus. You guys know about that Mexican guy? What's up with that Mexican guy? David somebody runs a cult out in Texas, and I've been spending time on Red Note. What's Red Note? Is that right wing shit? Sounds like Blue Sky, Red Note. A passionate debate on the state of politics. I love that they can sense that I'm passionate. AI, boy, must know me. Blitz and Schwedeke here. Yeah, so I was just rolling through that. I didn't see any deets on that until now. Oh, they took him out. Oh, okay. I heard it was an injury. Last I heard last night was that 2 people were injured. Okay. That's it. Oh, continue reading. Oh, I can hit the tab. So I don't know how they're going to pin this on the left too. Guy thought he was Jesus. Best claimed he was Jesus Christ and that he wanted to get arrested. Well, that one didn't go very well. You might have picked something less provocative if you wanted to live through this incident, buddy. Oh, Red Notice Chinese TikTok? Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet that the content is funny. It's Little Red Book, like Miles Little. Okay. It was made less controversial by calling it Red Note. Oh, there's some interesting history. Boy, people remember the Little Red Book, Miles Little Red Book. Mao. Cash Patel, yeah. Crash and Dash Cash. Huh. Trump was in the Oval Office, probably taking a nap. Uh-oh. Heavily edited video of Trump address at national prayer event sparks outrage as he appears to struggle to read a Bible verse. Did somebody fuck with that? Good. That's what he does. And you know he didn't read it well anyway. He can't. He can barely read as it is. Dude, I could probably do that in like no time right now. I might do that. I have so many costumes. I absolutely have a Jesus costume. I can just dress as Jesus anytime and do that. It'll be good. Should it be foul mouthed Jesus? Should it be really kosher Jesus? Should it be like super gentle white lamb of God? What kind of Jesus would I be? Right? But the Jesus in my mind is just kind of a nebbish, right? Kind of a put upon son who didn't get married, right? He's like, his mother's like, anybody, find a chick that doesn't matter, just get married. You, the people are starting to talk, right? So to me, Jesus is like, what am I, chopped liver? He's that guy. He's like a New York Jew, right? Who can't. I need a schmaltz and onion sandwich today, my friend. Did you see the Fox News clip of a guy wearing a rubber mask of a U.S. Navy admiral now? What the fuck is that? That's hysterical. Oh, God. Did I explain what are you asking about? Losing my brain's already gone from whatever we talked about. Boy, he's really starting to come unseamed. I think people are starting to talk about how he's not, like, really, we're getting to the 25th Amendment thing. And I can't wait to see how they deal with it. Are they going to not cover it up like Biden did? You know, one of the biggest political errors in the history of fucking man. Biden, idiot. It's running again. Can't let it. A jaw falls off of a fucking skeleton while he's talking. Good God. Other people think I'm a Biden. I never fucking was a Biden guy. I mean, I'll say one thing. He was a dedicated public servant. I think for most of his career, besides making money, as a capitalist, not a socialist, he tried his best to do what he could for the constituency, you know. But man, did that thing go off the rails in the end, right? Good God. Wait, what am I looking for in here? Oh, Fox News clip. Fox News clip. Rubber mask admiral. What the fuck? Oh, this isn't a video, it's just a still, but I see. Oh my God. But his face looks fine though, right? Where's the... Why can't I... Front of his face looks too good though, to be that, doesn't it? I don't care about the story. It doesn't offer any solutions to like what it actually was. Yeah, that's bizarre though. It looks photoshopped because his face. Nobody's got that kind of mask. And if you're gonna make it that good, why can't you seal off the neck? That's weird. Very strange, very strange. Yeah, I'm so shadow banned today. I don't know what's going on. Let me like my own video. Mongo Lloyd, that's not funny. Mongo Lloyd is with us. Mongo, man, oh man. Yeah, that's weird, right? I don't. Did anyone talk about what it really was? Or is that just as far as it's gone? It's like man, speculation online. It looks like it's Photoshop. It looks like somebody did that to the bottom of his face because his neck is—he's an old guy. His neck is all like mine is, right? Yeah, that's all I know too, right? Oh God, more visibility restricted. Yeah, this is not going to go far that I can see that. I'm already frustrated with these fucking giant walking penises behind this algorithm. What the fuck, Talk? I may as well not even fucking be on. It's just embarrassing. What the actual fuck? Ugh. What else we got that's going on here? So many ads on that fucking thing. The irony of the religion was invented by ancient priests for control argument. By claiming that religion was intentionally designed by a mastermind group, we are inadvertently using this exact same cognitive bias that gives rise to religious belief and conspiracy theories. Why cultural evolution is unguided? Yes, for sure. Yes. Yes. Cultural evolution, messy process. Yeah, I never thought that. That's a conspiracy theory. Yeah. Humans are hardwired to look at complex phenomena and assume there is an intentional agent or designer behind them. Proportionality bias. Yeah, when the human brain struggles to accept the sheer randomness of it, it's much easier to blame a shadowy cabal of elites. Yeah. So here's the irony: when a religious person looks at the complex, unguided evolution of the universe and claims an intentional God designed this, we rightly call out it as cognitive bias. But when an atheist looks at the complex, unguided cultural evolution in religion and claims an intentional mastermind designed this, oh yeah, well, it makes sense when you look at it that way. It's a well thought out argument. I like that. Jennifer Castile joined. Yeah, I've literally been banned like twice today. Yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know who the fuck would say that. I've never heard that argument. You've ever heard anybody say that? 3 staffers, including a pastor for public schools Bible study org LifeWise, arrested on child sex, rape, voyeurism charge in the last month. Yeah, right. Big time. Poor Carl Sagan in 1995. If we are not able to ask skeptical questions, to interrogate those who tell us that something is true, to be skeptical of those in authority, then we're up for grabs for the next charlatan, political or religious, who comes ambling along. Carl Sagan, man. God, I remember Carl like it was yesterday. Such a distinctive voice, didn't he? Billions and billions of stars. Yeah. Despite what everyone said, Jesus was actually a horrible person, and that the modern image of Jesus is so incredibly whitewashed. Eternal torture for not believing in him. Yeah, I mean there is that. It's sort of an ancient theme, isn't it? I mean, and Muhammad took that up in spades, right? You will be chastised forever, and demons torment you if you do not believe. So the Bible's got a little bit of that in it if you look for it, right? I come, uh, uh, to bring a sword, right? Not a plowshare, or not. That's not the quote. I'm an idiot. Yeah, but there's a couple of quotes that belie the supposed peaceful tolerance of the Jesus that we get taught about, and this is one of them. Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. So the supposedly loving teacher is threatening with eternal punishment, not temporary correction, eternal fire. Yeah. Infinite torture for finite mistakes. And of course, Mark was first, right? Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned. The rule basically becomes believe or be condemned eternally. And then Luke, if anyone comes to me and does not hate the father, mother, wife, right? That's the, if you got to hate your other, and then of course they have a way to, it was just the language at the time. It just means, you have to put them second. Right? Who would do that, right? That's a big bad for me in Christianity. And get to whatever God says, right? If that means abandoning your family and your children because you're going to stand up for Jesus. So now they renounce their belief in Jesus before a corrupt regime is going to kill them, but you stand by it and you get killed. And now they don't have you. This is the kind of thing, right? Mike is with us. What's up, guy? What's going on? We're so severely shadow banned today. Steph is here. What's going on, Steph? You get a toot as well. What did I do? Oh, here it is. Religion comes from atheists. According to atheism, every religion is man-made, and if there actually is one true religion, then naturally all the others would have to be human inventions. Anyway, what I do not understand is why someone would create a religion in the first place, knowing damn well it's not true. We just talked about that, buddy. What's with this fucking guy? Doesn't listen? I could technically invent a religion today, but why would I do that? Because nobody created it, nobody invented it. It was a psychological, cultural evolution, anthropology. And we naturally evolved a belief in a God over eons, right? And then it became defined and liturgized, written down and copied and all of that, to make money. Yeah, that's what it became, when it came. But there was no way it was going to be avoided. Early man, without knowing anything, was going to invent a God to fill in the gaps. Like the guy said, we're hardwired to believe that something is behind it because that's all we see in our creative world is us creating things. It's the only model we have to compare it to. So in the absence of any science at all, religion became, obviously, and I keep saying, can you imagine being the most powerful chieftain, and you've won every war and you've killed every enemy and you've taken every woman and village for your own, and you're the richest, most powerful warlord in the whole friggin' continent that you think is the whole world, and then you're giving a speech one day and you drop dead of a heart attack. Well, they'd have no idea that you had a congenital, defect that killed you early. They'd think that, this guy in his hubris thought he was, untouchable. And thank you for the gifts, Mike. I love you, man. And then something killed him anyway. So there's obviously something out there that we can't see that's bigger than your big ass, right? So there's a variety of reasons, and they if you live in a hemisphere where the sun disappears every winter, you don't know it's coming back. No one's there to tell you that, don't worry, it's a cycle. It'll just come back. No, you pray to God that it comes back, because if it doesn't, you're dead and you know it, right? They didn't know. Every time it went away, maybe who knows how long the winter's going to last, right? Like Game of Thrones. This is the longest summer in. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. I love that. That's my favorite part about Game of Thrones. You have to conceive a universe where the seasons are irregular. Like the planet's just wobbling through space somehow. I don't know. That's fantasy, right? That's just goofy. That's not even science fiction. I don't think you have to explain it, wouldn't you? If it was real science fiction, they'd get into why that fucking happens. But yeah, I think that's really gonna happen. Is MAGA basically a new religion? Well, it's a cult. Yeah, cult, buddy. That's what I would call it. That's basically what he's saying. He's like, what do you call it? Is it a cult? They can stick with some crazy ideas and also flip flop when it ever suits them. Hypocrisy is worrying. But I'm not sure what the terminology is for people who follow blindly such hateful rhetoric while remaining pious. It's easy for me to say they're in a cult, but that is the best way. Is that the best way to describe them? Yeah, probably. Uh-oh. Texas anti-LGBTQ Christian conservative House candidate who once called homosexuality unbiblical has a Grindr pass. Yeah, bros on Grindr. Yeah. Watch, he'll be like, well, I was trying to research. So you kind of know your enemy. These guys, they're always the ones, right? Squeak, squeak, squeak. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for the rose, man. We're in the shitter today. I already had to block one asshole troll. I'm surprised I had the voice of reason, dude. I'm surprised I hadn't blocked him before. GOT Winter was supernatural. Is that what it is? The guys just decide on you? Yeah. So the planet's stationary and there's no explanation of what happens to it as it revolves around its sun because it doesn't. It's just okay. It's fantasy fiction. I don't really care about it. Right? I love it, but I guess that's pretty good. Trumpology. Okay. I hear like he doesn't want to be called dumb. That's the thing. See if that gets me kicked off. Oh, I don't know because I've always wondered he loves the nicknames. Why don't they just call him Dumb Donald like the Cosby character? It'd be perfect for him, especially when you throw in the Cosby layer of the onion there. Now that we know what we know about the guys, guys, what's in those pills, guys? Fucking douche. What a guy. We loved him so much. And growing up, you could say dumb, right, on TV. So Dumb Donald. That was one of the characters. But now I was reading, or my girlfriend was reading to me some kind of blog or something about how he doesn't mind it when people call him a dictator and a tyrant. He actually builds him up, right? The way to get to him is to call him dumb. He really doesn't like that to the point where he took like a cognitive test that was like for kids to see, or like for people who've been taking a shot to the head, like name the horse out of a group of 4 pictures. Dumb is close to Dom, but Trump is a sub. Dementia Don, Dumb Don. Oh, Don. Yeah, Dumb Donald. What do you call him? Donald. Dumb Donald. Old Dumb Donald. There's Old Weird Harold and Dumb Donald. Mushmouth. Remember those guys? I used to love Fat Albert. What a great show that was. Can't even call somebody fat anymore. Today that would be Albert with obesity. Yeah, that's what I have to call that fucking show. Albert with obesity. They're clicking on the fucking YouTube again for a second here. I was rolling through the Reddit to see what the fuck was up, what we could talk about, man. While they're not even telling anybody that I'm live, but that's all right. There's so many irons in the fire right now. I saw some fucking cool shit last night. We went out and saw Avant-Garde Cello. Helen Money, Google her, and Susan Vels. I want to say Vels. Her name Susan Vels. Really, really talented new age songwriter. And these are 2 gals who, make their living getting hired as musicians on other people's works. Whether that's recording or a show somewhere. Lifelong musicians making a living that way, and working on the music that they like on the side. And the cellist is pretty well known in the avant-garde cello world. Helen Money, and I can't say that I've ever listened to any avant-garde cello in my life. It was very, very slick. And the first set was her backing up Susan. Susan plays violin and very well, and keyboard too. And she writes songs where she can switch, right? And they're interesting. I can only describe them as new age. It's the closest thing to the music that I heard last night was new agey. The first set, right, with Susan Vels, and I liked it a lot. It was close your eyes and listen to the cello and the violin do their thing. These are like 2 virtuosos, really, really good. And then mixed in with some pre-recorded backtrack stuff, and so her switching from keyboard and singing, a little bit of singing, but very non-classic structurally written songs, just kind of meandering thoughts, and this Susan melded it in with a story of her ancestors as she saw it through her new age woo or spiritual kind of connection to her ancestors, and had written an album that was kind of a story of an encounter with the spirits of your family, right? And her parents had passed, and so it was it was emotionally based, but the music was fabulous. It was really, really good. And then the avant-garde cellist came on, and part of it was just avant-garde music, right? And part of it was the way she played. She was able to activate 2 or 3 strings sometimes at once and set them vibrating, and with kind of almost discordant tones, if not just a straight unusual half chord, right? And then some plucking, right? A lot of like strumming and plucking. Played a couple of compositions of hers that were crazy, right? Like almost heavy metal in nature because of what you're able to do with the sound of the cello. So that was some fucking culture last night I got. Yeah, that's great. The B thing, Trump. I saw that Bohemian. That's fucking funny. Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. No, a lot of people don't know that. You don't know that, Dom. You don't know that. He probably just found that out. He's so the way his little mind works, you could just see it if you pay attention, right? But the people who love him just think he's so funny and random. When he's good at a couple of things. He's really good at taking advantage of those people who are, where's dumb stuff. I see you, Barbie. What's going on? That's what I do on Sunday. Rail against Christian nationalism and the white male Christian heteronormative weirdness that we're living through. Huh? So, but it's in it. That's my gal, Barbie. I don't know if she's staying on, but yeah, of course, Bill Cosby, a bad guy. Bad guy. It's just that was heartbreaking for me as a kid because we loved him. I mean, well, it didn't happen when I was a kid, but as a kid, we loved him, and the content was something that your parents were okay with, but it was pre-PC, like I said. Dumb Donald, Weird Harold, and Fat Albert, names you couldn't even use as a character anymore unless it was like Adult Swim, right? Mickey G. It's true. A lot of people are as dumb as I see handwritten stuff, and you're not wrong. And a lot of people do not know that it has a B at the end of it. Sad to say, my friends. The three Abrahamic religions are one continuous franchise that keeps rebooting and insisting the previous installment was the fake one. Yeah, it's like 1,400 years old. That sad story. It hasn't been rebooted really since then. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. Of course. Um, there aren't any revelation. Boy, the quick thesis: they're not three separate revelations. They're not any revelation. They're just fucking somebody making up shit. Um, Even Judaism, yeah, this is crafted out of the old Canaanite myths of the Elohim. So yeah, we all know. There's one stream of Near Eastern religious material with three imperially enforced cutoff points, each declaring the prior version corrupted in itself the definitive cut. It's less three-faced and more a franchise that keeps rebooting the timeline and telling you the last movie doesn't count, that continuity briefly. Yahweh doesn't start as the cosmic monotheist CEO. The earliest layers of the Bible are henotheistic. Yes, Yahweh is one God of many, of course. Indeed. Soon to be opened, Turning Point School linked to a pedophile. Convicted in 04 of schmexually schmoozing a 6-year-old girl working at a Trinity Bible Institute. Yeah, well, imagine that. And it goes on and on and on and on. And when are people going to open their eyes to that shit? All of it. But Boy Scouts, girls, doesn't have to be religious. If you're someone who seeks out the company of minors all the time in your job and your avocations, you need to be scrutinized. That's a fucking red flag in a huge way. The fact that there was no afterlife cosmic safety net, or that humans are not that special. How to cope with those two things? I don't know. They're not an issue for me. How do you cope with the fact that there is no afterlife or cosmic safety net, and how do the fact which is worse with? This says how to cope with both, but I'm asking you, what do you think is worse for people to admit there's no afterlife, or to admit that humans aren't special, aren't created? They kind of go together, don't they? We're so special, we need to live forever. This one's in Portuguese. Santanismo hoje en día es prácticamente o lindo do ateísmo. No. Yeah, I suppose maybe. I'm reading this Portuguese a little bit as I can. I think it's talking about how that both atheism and Satanism concentrate on you know making the best out of yourself, education, and availing yourself of our human opportunities to enrich your mind and your experience base. In Vienna, 41% of Muslim youth say Islamic rules more important than Western law. Wow, 41%. Hey, this is what's the fundamentalism. Uh-oh. Colbert. Accusations of heresy over his afterlife view that would become Febreze. No, I'm not going to subscribe to Christian Post. I will accept your cookies. Formerly had such backlash for this president you were there. Gnostic or otherwise antithetical to his professed Roman Catholicism. Speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. Okay, he feels like he's being dispersed. That the afterlife is a feeling that is that when we die, I think there is some continuance of some kind, but it's like a dispersion of the self into something other, greater being. I don't have any other feelings beyond that. What you're saying is we could become Febreze. Gaffigan cut in. Yes, that's exactly. I was like, it's a joke, and they're crying about that. What the actual fact, my friends? That's the death of humor is really from both sides, from the Christians on the right and from the howling, screeching scolds on the left. All we're looking for is something to do in the middle, my friends. Yeah, that's nothing. My religious dad turned my mom into a living corpse. Boy, oh boy, stupid blind faith stole my precious mom from me. Back on December 6th, 2025, we were at our house on Rockland. We were actually singing worship songs together when my mom suddenly slumped over unconscious right in front of my eyes. It was severe brain stroke from a ruptured aneurysm. We rushed her to the hospital, and the doctors made it crystal clear she needed open brain surgery immediately or she wouldn't make it. Every single hour mattered, but my dad didn't listen to the science. Oh my God. He called his pastor. This dude called his pastor when his wife had an aneurysm to wait for a miracle. He waited for 2 days, and she was laying in the ICU with a painful bleeding brain. Wow, they made him sign a waiver. Jesus Christ. This dude. Wow, she finally convinced him by saying the pain was too much to bear. Wow. Then she lost her personality essentially. That's the saddest fucking thing I've read. He waited 2 days. God. Oh, that's brutal. See, that's what we're here to fight, my people. That's what the genius of religious fundamentalism does to people. Yeah. Remain faithful, or God will take care of it. Are you out of your fucking mind, man? Get the hell out of here. Carolina is here. Heisenblub is with us. The Genuine Soul is with us. Yvette, thank you for the likes, you guys. This is a lame ass fucking attempt today. I took the TikTok's time is on the wane, my friend. It's on the wane. I'm gonna see if we can spark some life into the videos again with my new partner coming up. But boy, I see the writing on the wall here, don't you? I don't know about you, Lucy, but you're gonna be happy with the new show. Believe me. This woman is going to be a special co-host, sounding board, comic foil partner. Really stoked about fighting for the country. Thank you, my friend. Mike is my guy. You're so good, dude. I love you, man. Where's my other people over the years gone? You know what? I end up pissing somebody off sooner or later. Oh, the community just teared up. T-I-E-R. Yeah, nobody's tearing up today. I just teared up reading that story. What the hell, man? Yeah, it's gonna be lit, and I'm gonna get off of here, and we're gonna I supposedly work on another atheist podcast with the guy that runs the groups with me, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't know. Might have to Might have to decide if that one's worth it. I get too many irons in the fire. We do the No Kings thing. It turns out there's not going to be one on the 13th as originally planned. But we've got a lot of other irons in the fire, right? We got the voter registration. We're doing community work. The gals are so busy, like with all kinds of charity shit. It really makes me happy because in the end, we need to be part of the solution, right? We don't need to be the whiners. That doesn't work, right? Making fun of Trump doesn't really work that way. I think we start calling him dumb, yeah, but just being the party of against Donald Trump is not going to get anybody anywhere. We need to have solutions. We need to have people. We need to have fucking ideas, and those ideas need to embrace the middle, so that as many people as possible can get on board with it. We need to take back the people's government, right? Congress has completely let us down. People are talking about opening up the primaries to everybody. That's the way it should be. It's all of our there are primaries. You don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat. When the state pays for a primary, it's everybody's taxes in the state. Of course, every state's different, but what the hell is with us? What's up, man? Mike, you're such a guy. Level 5 in the fan club. Whoa. Do they go up, or are you striving for level 1? You should probably start at 1 on that, right? When's a good time? What do you think, Lucy? When are you most apt to watch YouTube? I think we're gonna record it. But like when it drops, when is that time? I felt like this would probably be a decent time, but nobody finds us on YouTube right now. But like I said, I'm not clickbait for the millennials and the Gen Zers, right? That's what she's going to be for, and I got strong suspicion she'll be pretty decent at that. And then the conversation will take care of itself because it's been it's been fun just talking to her about shit. Courtney Jackson. Tie hold 48 times. He's with us. Yeah, I'll always hang on for a few more minutes here, and then I'm gonna go get ready for the other thing and probably eat a little more. It's finally nice, right? I got the door open out there. It's been the coldest May that I can remember here locally. It's been so shitty. I wonder why Christians are so mean. I'm a 22 male, and I have always wondered when you express or disclose that you're an atheist, they are like disgusted by the fact that you just can't put your beliefs or time into some invisible man in the sky and some book that was made 1,000 years ago with multiple authors. There's literally not one. Oh, there is. There's an apostrophe between between the lowercase I and the M that start this Gen Z sentence. That's awesome. That is one sentence, I guess. There's no period, so maybe it's just a phrase. It's literally like E.M. Cummings wrote this. I'm a 22-year-old. Yeah, well, meanness is literally all you have left. Christianity's been in America has been distilled down to an identity politic. This is our side, and we hate everything that's not this. So if you're an atheist, they really hate you. If you're gay, they don't hate you quite as much. If you're a gaytheist, you're fucked. If you're a Muslim gaytheist, you're really fucked. If you're a plain Muslim, you're above all of those. And that's bad in America, right? But that's the way it is. You threaten people's own paradigm. You threaten their very way of thinking when you come out as an atheist, because they all have that doubt, right? They're all down deep. They want to convince themselves of God because they know there's not, and it scares the shit out of them. So when people embrace it, it freaks them right the fuck out. That's why they're all, you have to believe in something. No, you don't. No, you don't. I believe in what I can see, right? I feel like heaven has more to do with a firm parrot. Teats. What was I watching the other day? I think that's Game of Thrones. Oh boy, yeah, rolling down. Let's thrust. You got a few more minutes left if you want to talk about something. Throw it up there, but then I'm going to blast right the hell off. The GOP wanted to push liberal arts degrees. They may destroy Christian colleges. Instead, Trump's higher education crackdown could backfire on the very evangelical schools that helped to build the Republican Party. Everything he does shoots his own dick. It really does. Trump backs impeached Texas AG who said Uvalde was God's plan and whose wife left him on biblical grounds. Which biblical grounds? Canaan? You know, someplace in Israel, Battle of Armageddon to come, those biblical grounds? No, she left him because he cheated on her, probably. Lost any reason to work hard and aspire to a better future after realizing God isn't helping. It's just luck or hard work. Right? Good. Maybe you ought to work on your logical, deductive reasoning skills. Maybe. Don't know who decides fate. I was born. Nobody decides fate. What are you talking about? I was born with a benign brain tumor. I used to only eat one Cadbury dairy milk chocolate and nothing else for an entire day. My head at that time used to hurt so bad I couldn't even open my eyes some days seeing all these. My parents were scared and they took me to a homeopathic doctor. They gave me a homeopathic medicine. This worked to an extent that it shrank the tumor. Okay. My headaches became less persistent, but I had forgetting body. I went back to this. All at 3 years old. Then my father decided to consult another doctor who suggested surgery. Went to a small town. Tumor was moved. I survived with scars, got the back of my head, the neck, everything. It's really something bad. The scared region, the scarred region. Yeah. Okay. Trying to get to the point of the story here, and yeah, I don't know. Rambling blog post. All right, kids, I'm gonna blast off. I love you guys. Appreciate you coming here. Yeah, everything they need to know is in the Bible. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Mike. Love you guys for being around. Too much going on today. Talinga. We will be back stronger than ever next week, so please tune in. It's going to be special. Hey, bye now. Oh God, Lucy, sorry. Woo, what's up? Yeah, thanks, Ajo. Sorry, I got lost there because I just got off. I got off of TikTok. So My bad. And I think, is Lucy still there? No, she split. Gave her a missed it for Lucy. Sorry, there, Luce. I got lost in the thread that I was looking at. But yeah, sorry, Ajo, if you're still here. We are looking to start this next week in earnest with a co-host that's going to break down Christian nationalism in large part, but really just chopping up the state of affairs, the miseducation of America, and yeah. So thank you for finding us, my friend. And yeah, it's going to be lit. She's a millennial, and we really vibe as far as just a lot of this is sarcasm, making fun of stuff, which I do on TikTok to the extreme. And built that up to like 100,000 followers, but they censor it so bad. I can't push atheism very much on subbed. I don't know what that means. Oh, you subscribed. Oh, thank you. No, great. No, the YouTube is the future because TikTok shit all over us, and there's no one here right now. I don't really push my YouTube. It took forever to get to 1,000 followers, but we're gonna start a new podcast that we can use YouTube to record it and then edit it and put it on the other platforms. But follow me on TikTok if you haven't. That's where the real followership is. But we're trying to get this thing ripping up. So I'm going to start concentrating on making content for the YouTube for one thing. Because again, like TikTok, I swear to God, TikTok is just, if you're an atheist, they're shoving you down. They're a tool. They've become a tool for the Trumperment, right? For the fucking the man and the corrupt administration. So that's really what that is. But I'm so glad you found us. There's literally like almost nobody comes on the YouTube right now, and I've been going simultaneously with TikTok. That's what happened, and I didn't even have the screen on because I read it, right? So I had the YouTube screen on. The rabid atheist. Just I don't know why. I don't consume TikTok or YouTube. I don't ever sit and scroll. I just have so much going on in my life that creating for the platforms takes all the time that I have. But I appreciate that, and if maybe I'll look. Yeah, and those are powerful, testimonials to people that like I used to drink the Kool-Aid, and then I looked into it, and I'm like, yeah. But I'm not against it. It's just not in my rhythm, right? I don't mean to be a snob on like that. I have, there's only a handful. I follow like 300 people. I think like I got 100,000 followers at least. It's not because I'm too good to follow people back. That's just not how I use the platforms. I'm too old. And to be that guy who scrolls and doom scrolls. I don't even have Facebook, certainly, it's Facebook's now become, even I think it's for old people, right? Like the Discord is where the kids are at, right? Shit like that. So, I learned by mistake how to be a creator on, you should be. A guy said to me, you should do a TikTok show. And I did it and it took off. Atheism was popular on TikTok, and people were really gravitating towards it. My content's funny; it's good. A lot of sarcastic, ugly, making fun of Jesus kind of skits, but it took off, right? So all of a sudden now, I don't really do a podcast because the podcast wasn't nearly as popular as the TikTok. So that's all the time I really got. I do community activism. I got kids in school still. I got a full-time job that I got to do until I'm dead because reasons. And yeah, all right, Ajo, sweet. Yeah, I'll be 62. We're exactly the same. Then I'll be 62 in a month or two here. Just a month now. God damn. But yeah, 64. And I've been doing activism in atheism for over 10 years now. 12 or 13 years, 14 years almost. About 12. Yeah, so 14 years ago is when I found this. Right, I was still kind of a young person. All right, yeah. So 64, bud. All right, like that. Lockstep, man. We're right there. What do you got? Is that a baboon you got for an icon? What is that thing? I can't see it. If I go to your channel, is it gonna open up a new tab? I don't know. I'm having trouble. Is that like, it looks like a baboon face, but maybe I'm completely seeing something different, man. That's funny. Yeah, I got a pastor coming over. She's one of these woke rainbowy pastors, But I never would have like thought that I ever would have, met or become somewhat fond of it all. But she's, part of the effort here in Kenosha to fight the ongoing bullshit, and so and she hates Christian nationalism. So she's become an unlikely ally in that regard. So she's coming to film a few videos. So I'm gonna blast off here now. It's BAF. It's a Baphomet. Oh, the okay. Yeah, it's hard. It's too small. I can't really see it. That's awesome. All right, Baphomet. I listen to Baphometal. Beelzebugs. I did a video called Beelzebugs, where a guy tries to sell you a spray for your lawn because you might have Beelzebugs, right? It's since Christians are trying to they create the disease and then sell you the cure, right? You're evil. Without this, you're going to hell, but there's no evidence that you're evil. They just tell you you're evil, right? We're in Wisconsin, buddy. Good for you being in Indiana, man. This guy keeping atheism in Indiana. You go through Indiana, as soon as you get south of I-80, man, it's like Jesus billboards, every fucking one. Hell is real. Call 800, pay me money to tell you bullshit from the Bible. All is like light posts and cornfields and stocks. Yeah, God caused the problem, but he can sell you the cure. That's right. It's right here. Boy, that's some snake oil right there, my friends. Nice. So, yeah, you're in the Jeebus part, hell part. Yeah, of course you are. Jeebus hell part. Everybody is. And so you're not, like I said, north of I-80 is all you got in Indiana. The rest of Indiana keeps the South in the north. That's what I like to say about Indiana. The state that keeps the South in the north. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do here. And the effort's about to get expanded with young blood, young talent, right? Getting in the mix with me next week. And we're going to find out how fun that is. So I appreciate you being here, buddy. Go north, young man. That's right. Go north. I don't know if I go north in Wisconsin, it gets the opposite. Right here, it's like you get more, might have more atheism in the southeast. You get it further up north, upstate. Ooh, boy, it gets pretty damn churchy. Pretty churchy, my friend. Cribbage, brandy, old fashions, ice fishing. Oh, yeah. And Jesus. Oh, we love Jesus. Oh, yeah. He's our guy. Is Jesus. Oh, my heavens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They really do talk like that here. It's crazy. So, yeah, we're going to go all the way to Canada, be a Canuck. But, all right, man. I hope to see you next week. I got to blast off. It's 11:30. I'm going to go. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that I came at the end. And I'll try to check out the Rabid Atheist right now before I get off here, man. Thank you, man. Vader is Lord. You see how much bigger he is than Superman. That should tell you everything you know. One more final, about 5 times daily before Lord Vader, so he doesn't choke me out with his mind and rip the balls off, man. Yeah, I hope so, man. One for you. You get a diesel toot for being a new guy. All right. Till next week on the Underground. See you guys later.